everyone, joining today. I have another round of Ticket to Read. If you guys don't know, Ticket to Read is my TBR game that's based on Ticket to Ride that I play every single month, where I draw 3 ticket cards that represents different reading prompts and 4 train cards that has different colors that represents different genres, and I fill the tracks up throughout the month to get the longest route so I can reward myself. But if you want to see the whole journey of Ticket to Reach, which I'll link in the chorus so you guys can check it out, but let's talk about how I did the last round. So for the last round, it was a bit of a fail just because the last week of January and the first week of February I had a really bad cold, so that's why last month I decided to skip it because of me being in a reading slump and having a cold, so I didn't read a lot. I know I've read 5 books in February, which was still good, but I still felt like I was in a reading slump because of me being sick and all that. And I'm not going to do the board portion like I always do, just because I just want to have a kind of a little refresh for this round anyway. And also, I don't remember what was on my February TBR or the prompts that I got. Well, I think I remember the prompts, but as for this round, I'm just going to be drawing from each of the decks, the Ticket to Read decks that I made and the train deck, which you can't even see. So I'm going to be just drawing those because I know I've done this in the past, so I'm just going to do it for this round anyway. But before I draw any of the cards, I'm going to, instead of drawing books from my TBR bucket, I have a wheel that has 4 of the 2024 books I have on my TBR because I haven't read some of them yet, so I haven't read a single 2024 release, 2024 book yet, so I decided to do the wheel. I already screen recorded and I'll put it right next to me right here. In the book that one from the wheel is A Fragment of Enchantment by Alison Saft, which is a YA fantasy romance between a wedding planner and the prince. So that's pretty much I know about it. I'm really excited about it. I just really love this edition that I got from Crate, and I'm just really excited to pick this up. And yeah, this will be the first book that's going to be added to my TBR, and I will try to fit the prompts that I get from him as per usual, but this is going to be one of the books I'm going to be trying to fit onto my TBR. Also, if you guys haven't seen my community post or follow me on Instagram, I did create a poll, like a March Madness kind of thing, but with books. I basically just drew 20 random books, and I just have you guys pick the top, pick 5, and the 5 books that have won these polls are these 5 books right here. First one is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. And then, these are not in particular order, just so you know, they're just the 5 that won. Two Dark Reigns by Kendar Blake. And Salt to the Seas by Rita Sepetys. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, which I wasn't surprised because it was hyped last year. And The Camelot Betrayal by Kirsten White. So these are the 5 that have won that, and I also wrote down on my list here the other books that were voted but didn't have the most votes. So that way I would prioritize those if I choose to. So depending on the polls, I'm gonna try to pick at least 1 or 2 of these from this stack, hopefully. So I will see what the cards have in store for me, and then we'll see which ones that I should put these down. See which of those books I can fit onto my TBR, but let's get to the first draw. So I have my Ticket to Read cards right here, and the first card that I got is, REP, which means representation, so whether it is LGBTQ plus, mental health, or people of color. I'm going to go for the people of color rep because I know I have a big number of people of color on my shelves, and I'm gonna roam around my bookshelves in here and my bedroom to see which ones I want to read, and I'll grab the one that I'm wanting to read with that prompt. So the book that I picked for representation is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan, and I've been putting this on multiple TBRs, and I do want to put it as a priority because I have heard nothing but good things about it. And it's about a girl whose mom died from suicide, and then she visits her grandparents in Taiwan, and she thinks that her mother just turned into a bird. So I'm wanting to read that. Like I said, I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I just want to finally read this because I know she wrote she had another book that just came out a year or two ago that I want to read too, but I want to read this one first. So yeah, I am still gonna try to put this on my TBR just because I've been putting this on multiple TBRs that I really want to get this read finally. So the next ticket card is movie to TV adaptation. I actually know which one I'm gonna pick for this one. So the book that I picked for that is technically a reread for me, but I know that turned into a TV show recently, and I watched the first few episodes of it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I know it's really renewed for a second season, which is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. This is a very popular middle grade series about Percy Jackson, who just discovered that he's a demigod, and he's trying to find a lightning thief to prove that he didn't steal it. So that's basically the synopsis of the series. I know I've read the first 2 books of the series, and I've been meaning to reread the first 2 books so I can finish the Percy Jackson series, because I know I love the Percy Jackson series, and like I said, I saw the first few episodes of the TV show, and I'm really enjoying it, so I do want to reread this and finish the season, and try to reread the next book in a series so I can tell myself I finally finished the Percy Jackson series, because I know Rick Riordan wrote a lot of book series that are based on different mythologies. Oh my gosh, my brain today. So yeah, I'm gonna choose this one for that reason, and I've been meaning to reread it, so I'm putting this on top of my reread priority list. And the last ticket card that I got here is Goodreads Awards. Let me do some research on it and see which ones that I want to do for that. So for Goodreads Awards, I know that Fourth Wing won as the best romantasy or fantasy romance. I know romantasy is a new term now, but I don't think I'm ready for Fourth Wing. I know it's been hyped, and I know some people either love it or a small amount of people didn't like it, so I don't think I'm really ready for this one, no matter how much I want to prioritize this. I think I'm going to try to select the others that I want to read, even though this won Goodreads Choice Awards, but I'm going to pick something that's easier for me, because I know that some of the ones that are listed that are more of a priority from like my shelf on my bed and my bedroom of my TBR card. I'm going to pick A Study in Charlotte by Ava Reed, and and with that prompt I pick either the winner or the nominee. So yeah, I'm going to pick this one because I think it will be much easier read for me, because it's about a girl who is about to visit her favorite author's house, and then I'm trying to remember what else happens, and then someone showed up, and I don't know. All I know about it, it's like there's a main character who's visiting her favorite author's house, and then something happens, and I know there's a YA fantasy, and I know this was also hyped on BookTube last year, and I know many people loved it, so I definitely want to pick this up, and it just sounds, and anything bookish, it just, some might go to tropes I like in books, but it sounds really interesting, and plus I know Ava Reed is also known for adult fantasy, and this is her first young adult fantasy book from what I've heard, so I'm definitely going to put this on my TBR just because it's easier for me. I mean, I do want to read Fourth Wing, I'm just not ready for that yet, so I'm just going to put this on my TBR instead. So I'm going to go to the train polls. So the first train card that I got here is, orange for historical fiction. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I know it's in my stack of priority books. So I'm going to put Salt to the Sea by Rudis of Petties. This is basically a World War II book, but set in Lithuania, I think. That's all I know about it. I know I really like historical fiction, especially in World War II, just because I've read a lot about World War II, so that's pretty much all I know about it. But I know she's famous for writing historical fictions for young adults, so I'm definitely excited to pick this up because I know that she's a very famous young adult historical fiction writer, so I am excited to pick this up and put in one of the priority books that you guys have voted for to put on my TBR, and I did say I'm gonna prioritize those books like the next few months just to make it easier for myself, so I am really excited for this pick. So the next train poll is Another Orange, which is historical fiction. I mean, I read historical fiction, but I don't read a lot of it. So I'm gonna roll more. I know most of my historical fictions are in here, and not why am I pointing this shelf? The shelves on my bed or my TBR cards. So I'm gonna roll them around in here and see which historical fiction book I want to read. So I decided with another historical fiction that I want to read. I know this would fit for Halloween mostly, but I know that the third book of this series is coming out this year, and I do want to prioritize it, and which is My Imaginary Mary by Cynthia Ham, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This is a Frankenstein retelling, but with Mary Shelley. This is about Mary Shelley, and I'm really excited about this. I know I really liked Miley Jane series, and I know I like the Mary so far, even though My Contrary Mary was a 4-star read for me, but I still enjoy it. So I have like high hopes for this because it's about the author of Frankenstein, so I am just really excited about it. This is a base, yeah, like I said, it's about Mary Shelley, but with a fantasy twist, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, I am going to be picking this for my historical fiction pick, especially with the third book, and I think it's going to be the final book in the series coming out, so I'm just really excited to pick this up so I can get the third book. So the next trading card that I got here is, oh, it's blue, which is for sci-fi, which I mentioned in my previous videos, which is a genre that I'm kind of struggling at the moment, but I do have a sci-fi in mind that is part of a series that I want to finish up since it's only a duology, but let me go grab it. So the book that I got that's sci-fi is Soar in the Stars by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This is the last book in the Once and Future duology. This is a sci-fi retelling of King Arthur. I read this back in 2020, I think, the first book I mean, and I haven't read the second book yet, and I'm, like I mentioned with a lot of sequels, I am very behind on sequels, but I know that I enjoyed the first book of this duology, so I do hope to enjoy this as much as the first book. So yeah, I am excited to finish this duology because I am still trying to catch up on sequels like I mentioned. So the last train card that I got here is, oh, Purple for fantasy. Perfect. I can add a franchise of enchantments on my TBR. Perfect. Like I mentioned, this is a fantasy with romance between a Wayne Planner and the Prince from What I Can Tell, and I got this from Alcrate. I just really love this edition. It's so beautiful, and I'm just glad that I get to fit this on my TBR just because of I'm trying to I've been trying to catch up on my on the books that are released in 2024 from my TBR, and yeah, I'm glad that I was able to fit this on this TBR. So here are the books for my April TBR. I am excited about it, especially with trying to catch up on sequels that I've been really behind on. Like I have like over 20 sequels on my TBR, and ooh, I should put this down before I drop anything because I already damaged one of my books after I film one of my videos, so I do not want to damage any more books. So that is all for this month's Ticket to Read. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below what books that you're prioritizing for April because I would like to know. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you know if I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!